Thailand to launch digital wallet scheme earlier to support vulnerable groups. Thailand is set to accelerate the launch of its digital wallet handout program, distributing 145 billion baht earlier than planned to provide support to vulnerable groups. This was confirmed by Deputy Finance Minister Julapun Amornvivat during a budget debate in the Senate. The program is part of the government's broader plan to stimulate the economy and aims to transfer 10,000 baht to each of 50 million Thai citizens to be spent in their local communities. Initially scheduled for the final quarter of 2024, the digital wallet scheme will now be rolled out ahead of time. This program is a flagship policy of the ruling Pheu Thai Party and is seen as a crucial measure to revitalize Southeast Asia's second-largest economy, which saw a 2.3% growth in the second quarter. The early distribution of funds is expected to provide short-term stimulus to the economy, particularly for low-income and vulnerable populations. The political landscape in Thailand has been volatile since the unexpected removal of former Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin, leading to uncertainties about when key economic stimulus policies would be implemented. However, Pathum Thani, a key figure in the ruling coalition and now the Prime Minister, has reiterated that the digital wallet scheme will be delivered as promised. Last week, she indicated that some of the payments might be made in cash, rather than solely in digital currency, in order to better accommodate those without access to smartphones or digital platforms. Deputy Finance Minister Julapun confirmed that around 32 million people have already registered for the program, including many from vulnerable groups. The distribution of funds is expected to start before the end of September, drawn from the 2024 budget and other financial sources. However, concerns have been raised about the implementation of the program, particularly in terms of the legal and financial frameworks required to manage such a large-scale handout. Critics, including economists and two former central bank governors, have expressed concerns that the program could be fiscally irresponsible, straining Thailand's already limited financial resources. The central bank has projected that Thailand's economy will grow by only 2.6% in 2024, up slightly from 1.9% in 2023, but still lagging behind other regional economies. The government, however, remains confident that this stimulus is essential to jumpstart economic activity and ensure a stronger recovery. Months-long pet dispute ends in murder-suicide in Pathum Thani. A long-standing neighborhood dispute over pets ended in tragedy in the Klong Luang district of Pathum Thani on Monday morning, when a retired army officer shot and killed his neighbor before taking his own life. The violent altercation stemmed from a months-long conflict between the two neighbors regarding a dog and a cat. Police were called to the housing estate in Tambon Klong Sam around 7:30 a.m., where they found the bodies of Colonel Jerachart Jerapan, 64, and Sawagal Sasado, 53. The woman's 30-year-old son was also injured, having suffered a bullet wound to his left hand. Witnesses reported that the retired colonel and his neighbor had been engaged in a heated argument over their shared fence earlier that morning. Their disagreements had been ongoing for 6 months, centered on their respective pets, Sawagal's dog and the colonel's adopted cat. According to locals, the dispute escalated when the colonel's cat frequently entered Sawagal's property, leading to multiple confrontations. On the morning of the incident, after yet another argument, Colonel Jerachart went inside his house, retrieved a 9mm pistol, and walked directly to his neighbor's property, where he shot Sawagal 5 times. Police later confirmed that she had been struck in the left cheek, abdomen, right hand, and right arm. Following the shooting, Colonel Jerachart took his own life by firing a bullet into his left temple. His body was found in front of Sawagal's gate, with the gun still in his hand. The colonel's wife, Anotai Jerapan, 63, revealed that the couple had been embroiled in this dispute for several months. She witnessed her husband take the firearm before hearing several gunshots outside their home. Kritan Nat Awin, Sawagal's son, recounted that he rushed to the front of the house after hearing the shots and saw the colonel fire directly at him, hitting him in the hand. He added that the ongoing tension between the two families was primarily due to the colonel's cat repeatedly crossing the fence into their property, where their dog was kept. The tragic escalation of the conflict has shocked the local community, who were aware of the long-standing dispute but did not expect it to turn deadly. Stray dogs in Pattaya found with taped mouths, sparking animal cruelty outrage. Photos of stray dogs in Pattaya with their mouths taped shut have ignited a heated debate on social media about whether this constitutes animal cruelty. The images, which show roughly 10 stray dogs wandering around Soi Pattaya Nakluya 12 in the Bang Lamung district of Chonburi, reveal that the dogs' mouths had been tightly sealed with vinyl tape to prevent them from biting. The person responsible for feeding the dogs is suspected to be behind the taping, though their identity remains unknown. According to a local security guard, these dogs were known for barking incessantly and had previously attacked tourists walking along the street. Some of the dogs were also seen carrying water bottles slung around their necks, presumably to help them stay hydrated, though residents reported that the dogs were often left in this condition all day, except during feeding times. The viral post on Facebook quickly garnered widespread attention and mixed reactions. Many users condemned the act as animal cruelty, pointing out that taping the dogs' mouths prevented them from drinking water in the scorching heat and suggesting that proper muzzles should have been used instead. Others, however, argued that it was a necessary safety measure due to the aggressive behavior of some of the stray dogs, which had posed a risk to people in the area. As the debate continues, calls for local authorities and animal welfare agencies to step in have grown louder. Activists are demanding an investigation into the situation and for more humane measures to be taken in managing the stray dog population in Pattaya. Parliament gears up for heated debate over government's policies. The opposition and the Senate are preparing for an intense parliamentary debate as the new Thai government, led by Prime Minister Pathum Thani, prepares to present its policy statement. One of the key issues expected to be scrutinized is the Pheu Thai Party's flagship digital wallet handout scheme. The policy, which promises to distribute 10,000 baht to 50 million citizens in an effort to boost local economies, has already attracted significant criticism. Sirakanya Tansakan, an MP from the opposition People's Party, formerly the Move Forward Party, said that over 30 opposition MPs are prepared to challenge the government on its ability to deliver on its election promises. She also expressed concerns about the lack of detail and tangible goals, warning that many of the policies could remain pipe dreams without proper oversight. In addition to the digital wallet scheme, Senator Premsak Piayura has announced plans to target the government's public health policies during the debate, while emphasizing the need for transparency in how the digital wallet program will be funded and implemented. Although the government has insisted that the scheme will stimulate the economy, critics argue that it could place an excessive burden on the state budget. A supplementary bill seeking to raise the budget for the 2024 fiscal year by 122 billion baht to fund the scheme has already been passed by Parliament, but concerns about fiscal responsibility persist. As the government prepares to lay out its plans, many hope for a constructive debate that will provide clarity on the country's future economic and social policies. However, some fear that the session could devolve into a confrontation, with opposition members accusing the government of pushing populist policies ahead of the 2027 election.